name's Beau Woods. I'm from Hobart, Tasmania. I now live in Gold Coast, Queensland. I'm a professional boxer, 3-0. Fight in 2 weeks, so we'll be 4-0. I started boxing when I was 16, I believe. I've done it for about 4 years, from 16 to 20. And I gave it up for about 4 years when I moved to Gold Coast, because I was managing bars and working in hospitality from a young age. And I was partying a bit too much, as you do. Because I got a bit distracted by all the fun and games that's involved in it all, and all the drinking and all that. But
my name's Malissa Woods. I'm Beau Woods' mum. I'm from Tasmania, Hobart, Tasmania. Beau was a very adventurous child. Beau's the eldest of 5. I had Beau 37 weeks, I was 17. He was 37 weeks gestation, and when he was 6 weeks, he got pneumonia pretty bad. They ended up having to get him on steroids to strengthen his lungs to get him off the oxygen. Once they'd done that, he was just, got heaps better from that.
Yeah, 20 to 24, I was working in bars, and I didn't want to box. I wasn't going to half-ass boxing, you don't play boxing. So I'll give it up then, and then I got back into it when I was 25. I'm 26 now. So my first ever combat sport was judo. I started judo at a young age. I think it would have been about through primary school. So before I was even a teen, I'd done that. I was a blue belt in judo, and then I got into boxing, learned how to defend myself.
My favourite memory of Beau was probably the first time I ever seen Beau box in the ring. It was like, I seen him go out and he was like dancing around the ring, and he was like just going and going and going, and I was like, this kid's going to wear himself out by that second round, he's going to be bugging. And he kept going, dancing around that ring the whole time, and he gave it his all, and then I knew he was going to be a champion. That's when I knew, yeah.
Growing up in the neighbourhood I grew up in Rokeby, there was a bit rough, and all the older boys, so we're always fighting for a bit of respect and not to get beat up on. But yeah, I started boxing at 16, and I was doing judo then at the same time, and I started getting all right at boxing. And my coach at the time, he said to me, with my stance, oh, you got to pick one or the other. You can't be doing both. So I picked boxing, and started doing all right. I had my first fight, lost my first fight as an amateur, and that's why now I think it was good to build a bit of discipline on me, and that's why as a pro now, these guys turning pro want to fight me, having as their debut, so I'll give them their first licence. I've felt there, I've been there, and it's not a nice feeling. But if they want me to take it, I'll take it from them.
Very nervous before he fights, but as soon as he gets in that ring, it just all goes, and it's just wanting to go in there and do his thing and give it all he's got, and he always does that, so I love it. Yeah, always athletic, yeah, he was always doing his run. He'd done judo for a while there, and once he got into high school, he got into boxing, he just thrived off it. Yeah, he loved it.
Growing up, my family was never really into boxing. So I had neighbours, as I was a teen, I had neighbours like the Halls that lived next door to me, like good family friends. They were both boxers, those boys. So I grew up watching them and stuff, and they pretty much got me into it. Jai Sullivan, so I was always around boxers, but I'd never done it myself until I got a bit older. Like I said, I just had to learn to defend myself, and when I was growing up, I didn't get in a lot of trouble, like through fights and stuff like that, because I was alright, I could handle myself. But yeah, we used to, the skate park, man, we used to like the Rokeby skate park, we used to have like the older boys, and we used to fight at the skate park to see who could hang out there. So yeah, stuff like that. So growing up fighting and all that, but I didn't enjoy it, fighting on the streets, never really done it. Probably a handful of times, but it didn't interest me. It's just, I was always in that mindset of it's just too dangerous, man. I've had mates that have been hurt from it, and I've known people that have been brutally fucking put to sleep and stuff like that. Like it's not nice. You watch someone knocked out. It's not a nice scene at all, to be honest. I believe I had my first fight when I was about 16. Yeah, so I might have started when I was about 15 and a half, and I was under the Clarence Plains Boxing Club then, and I only had one exhibition there with the Browns, and then I moved on to Reggie Hall. So I was under Reggie Hall there, under Rokeby Boxing Club. And that was, I had my first fight there. I lost my first fight, and I said that was pretty bummer for me. My coaches, there's always next fight. And then I won my next couple fights, and I think I lost one more there. So I lost, I was like 2-2. Didn't have the best record starting off, and ended up winning my first Australian title. Had my first Australian title, I think, when I was 17. and ended up fighting. So I lost to one of the Tassie boys. He beat me, so probably 2-3 weeks prior. And we were fighting in Melbourne at Bendigo, and we both got a walkthrough, so we both went straight through to the finals. And it was honestly the most fucking scariest thing I've ever done in my life. Like I quit on myself. I remember being in the change rooms and I was there with Coach Reggie, and I was just shitting myself. I was like, I can't do it. I'm petrified, man. Like, you know, but it was more of like crowd fear. I mean, it's not about the fighting. Like, you know, I've fucking done fighting for a while, but it was just the crowds and the people, and you know, just the pressure to come under it and all that. And this guy's already beaten me, you know, prior to it. And I was like, yeah, I was just a bit stressed about it. But you know, he's like, mate, this is what you've been training for all year. This is what we do. But, you know, we're boxers now. This I probably wouldn't have been up maybe my 6th fight or something like that. So I didn't have many fights. I mean, and yeah, I ended up going out there. Once you make that walk to the ring, it's fine. I mean, like it's easy, it's cruisy. That's the best bet. You're like, all right, let's go. You know, we're on now. Get in the ring, all that happens, and I ended up stopping him in the 2nd round, winning by TKO. And so that there was just, I don't know, amazing experience for me, because I was doubting myself. I was, you know, almost very unconfident and stuff like that. And that win was just made it all worth it and all the hard work. And then after that, I just become obsessed with it, really. So yeah, when I turned about 18, I was struggling to get fights, and I was starting to drink, as you do, selling out, partying. And there's, as you know, for anyone from Tasmania, there's nothing to do there. All you do is you catch up your mates, you go out on the weekend, and that's legit what it's, and at that age, that's what you do. So I ended up turning 18, I was struggling to get fights, and I ended up drinking a bit too much, sort of thing, going out all the weekend. I didn't really, almost, you know, lost my dedication to boxing, and just went to my head a bit, you mean, that I was like, oh, might have been fucking too good. And it was, just stupid. I ended up fighting Corey Riggs, and he beat me for the state title. And then, and he was, no one would fight him, no one would fight me, you know what I mean? Yeah. So he was like, he's a fucking, he's very talented boy, he was, man. So he was knocking everyone out, you know what I mean? And then no one would fight him, so no one would fight me. So we fought each other 4 or 5 times, and it was ridiculous. Like, and it was a war every single time. Like, it wasn't fun. We hated fighting each other, but we had to. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I ended up fighting him for the Tasmanian state title, and he beat me for that. That's when I was like, all right. So I think we might have been like 1-1. You know what I mean? Like, we were equal, and then we went to the Australian title. So we were both 1-1. It was a big fight, and it was in Tasmania at the same time. So we're fighting for the Australian titles in Tasmania. He ended up knocking his first opponent out. And then I got a walkthrough straight through the final. And then we met at the finals, and it was just a war, man. Again, he ended up beating me for the Australian title, and it was by a split decision. And that just broke me, man. I ended up giving up boxing for about 6 months, just because I wasn't a half-arsed, you know what I mean? Like, I beat myself, sort of thing. Like, I was out partying, I wasn't taking it serious. I was almost, not that I thought I was better than anyone, I just didn't care, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, I don't need to fucking train every day. I don't need to, you know what I mean? Like, the competition's not that tough. I beat myself that night. And then, I get up for about 6 months, and then I didn't want to do it at all. And then I just got to file it back in me, reset, and I haven't lost since. I moved to Gold Coast for more opportunities. For us to know, us from Tasmania, there's not a lot there unless you got your own businesses and stuff like that. Like it's not, you're very limited to what you can do. So I moved here I wanted to go to the Commonwealth Games in that time and age. I think that might have been 2018, I believe, 2018 Commonwealth Games, and that was the plan. Like I said, I moved up here. I started working in bars, and I just honestly fell in love with it. Like I fell in love with hospitality. Would have been about 19, 20. You know what I mean? Fell in love with it. I don't regret anything at all, man. I wouldn't be the person I am today without that sort of thing. I honestly believe if I didn't have that break from boxing from 20 to 24, then I would have turned pro a lot earlier than I should have, and I wouldn't have met the coach I have now, where everything's just fallen into place. And I'm a better boxer now. I'm a man now. I want to do it, and it's just, so my career could have went a completely different way if I didn't, make those decisions. So it's worked out for the best, and I'm excited for what's coming with it. So I started training at Wickedboard's boxing gym there for a while, and Wickedboard's boxing gym. So I was training there for a while, and I was just having a few amateur bouts there. So I was just getting back into it. I wanted to turn pro. That was the whole plan, but I still needed to get my experience back in. I haven't fought for 4 years, saying so I had to get back in there, get that rust off, and make sure it was definitely what I wanted to do, because once you turn pro, you can't go back. Like that's, you're there and you're in it, sort of thing. So it would have been 2021. I had a few amateur fights for Wickedboard's boxing gym there. Coach Tap was there at the time, and it was just one of those things where when I first met him, and we just connected, and I knew exactly he was the trainer I wanted to be with.
My name is Tapu Opetaia. They call me Tap. I am the director of Sweathouse Health Club, the home of Opetaia Boxing. Now I've got a son that also boxes as well, that's done pretty good, so 4th generation. And my son is Jai Opetaia, and he's won the World Cruiserweight title. He won it last year, I think. Was it last year? Yeah, June last year.
I ended up turning pro for the reason of I'm 26 years of age now. I've always loved boxing. I don't want to be could have been a wasted talent. You know what I mean? Like I believe in myself. I want to dedicate myself for 5 years, see how far I can take this, see what I can do for myself, my family, my future, my legacy.
Ready to go against his super lightweight opponent from New South Wales.
I'm pumped, mate. I've been training hard. Me and my coach Tap, and my boxing levels have just gone to a whole new level, and I can't wait to get in there and see what I can do to this guy.
Hello, my name is Grant Tassie Brown. I'm from Hobart, Tasmania. That's why they call me Tassie. Currently in Melbourne now, but I'm a former amateur and professional boxer. Represented Australia as an amateur and was undefeated professional. Had 58 fights in my career and was trained under the great Johnny Lewis and Jeff Fennick. And now I'm a coach of many fighters, and I've kept boxing in Tasmania going since 2001. I've done 18 shows. My 19th show is in May. I've helped the careers of Luke Action Jackson, Daniel Gill, Beau Belbin, Mousy Jacobs, Plugger Joseph Corner, Matthew Triffin, the Dream Brothers. Obviously, Beau Woods fought at my last show. I've known Beau Woods since he was probably, like a young teenager. He's from Rokeby, where a lot of my family's from, Johnny and Gary Brown. I think they boxed together. I remember him as a junior, very talented kid, and I thought this kid definitely has what it takes to go a long way. And then I seen that he turned professional in Queensland under my good friend Tapu Opetaia. And I reached out to him. I said, look, mate, I'm doing a show in Hobart. I'd love to have your second professional fight on my undercard. And he said, yeah, great, mate. It'd be great for the family to see me and friends. And yeah, I really want to build him up in Tasmania. Yeah, but Beau's a really skillful boxer. He's got great movement. He's very explosive with his punches. He throws punches in combinations, in bunches. And like I said, he's got a good eye. He moves well. He's a real boxer fighter. Beau can box on the back foot. and pick you apart from a distance. He could also go forward and be an aggressor. Beau's got it all. Now he's actually doing it properly with a good team like TAP, has sponsors, he's a full-time boxer now. So right now is where he needs to be. In the past, in Tassie, it's hard coming from Tassie. I moved when I was 18 to Sydney to train with Jeff Fennick. So you got to make those moves. He's done it. And the sky's the limit for Beau. I really believe that. I want to do my part to build his profile in Tasmania. In the next year or so, I want him to be the main event. So that's where we're at, mate. And I'm all behind the kid. And I'm really, really certain he's going to make a big impact in boxing.
Met Beau 6-7 months ago. Actually, no, sorry, we met 2 years ago at one of the boxing gyms in Surfers Paradise. Yeah, good bloke, easy to get along with. As a boxer, he's got some really good potential, very tough, durable. It's always hard to get a southpaw, and if you get a real good southpaw, and he knows how to switch both. So then now we've made him a full-time southpaw, and he's pretty good at it. So
I've always switched. I've got it from Josh Sullivan being a bit younger, I think. So he used to switch and do all that, and I always done it. And I wasn't very good at it, but now I'm getting a bit older, dedicated more. It's the same as anything. You do it enough, you're going to get good at it. But I've been sparring. When I'm sparring, the guys I'm watching, like the frustration I see in their face, the troubles they're having with my style and how awkward I am and how unorthodox I am I can see it mentally breaking them. And if I can do that now, I'm training every day, man, like twice a day. More explosive training. I'm hitting harder than ever. I'm faster. That will all come into it. I just got to, as soon as I get the basics down, it's just So I'll go to southpaw, and then if I want, I can switch to orthodox, and then. By then they've forgotten that I'm right-handed, and that's where all my power is, you know what I mean? And then that's when I can just unleash that, and then we'll go from there and see what else they want.
And we've been together now for about 7 months now. We've had 2 or 3 fights together, and I'm enjoying it. We get along really well. We've got a great bond. We've got about 4 or 5 fights lined up for this year. That'll really get us set up for next year to see where we're going, what level we're at. It's more of a bond more than anything else. And the coach can actually become like a father figure to a lot of the fighters.
So my whole lifestyle at the moment, man, is just eat, sleep, train, repeat. Not even it's just, when you're an amateur, you see all that stuff. You see all the athletes talking about it and all that, and it's like, that's my life now, man. So it's just, I wake up, say, at about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Depends on, my sleep schedule changes a bit at the moment. It's a bit annoying, but and I'll train every morning, 9:30, and then I'll have my afternoon nap, as you do, at about lunchtime, just after lunch, after I eat, and then I'll train again about 4 or 5 o'clock. So I'll be breakfast, train, eat, sleep, train, and then eat some more. A lot of recovery. I've been very big on recovery lately, and it's changed everything. A lot of ice baths, a lot of hot cold therapy, and it's just unbelievable, man. Like really looking after myself, and it's paying off.
He's easy to train because he loves to be here. As an athlete, he's just loves it. Loves being in here. Doesn't need much direction. He's just tuning up a few things to make him a better fighter, bit of footwork.
My favourite boxer at the moment would probably be Gervonta Davis, the old tank. I think he's like 25 fights now, 23 knockouts. Like he's just, he'd be a lightweight. So he just powers unbelievable, man. And like people, because he's such a knockout artist, people don't, they think that's all he is. But he can box. He sets traps. He's so good. He's quick. He's unbelievable. Yeah, he's one I've been watching a lot lately. Him and Shakur Stevenson, because I've just recently switched to southpaw stance. So I've been working on that for a lot. So I've been watching a few of those boys, those southpaws, and just keeping the distance, setting those traps. And Beaus Coach, he's one I've been watching as well. So he's the current cruiserweight world champion, and his ability is amazing. He's been in that southpaw in and out, boxes so well, and he's so, yeah, I love watching him as well. He's one I've been very, very keen on. Just pretty much gave it to myself, really, man. When I was an amateur, just reminds me of the surname, and I haven't heard anyone with it yet. I follow boxing, pretty dead do it. I follow a lot of it, and I love it. But yeah, I've never heard anyone with the alias, the goods. So I thought it suited well, and something I've been, you got a name like that, you got to live up to it, don't you? So that's the plan, man. It gives me a bit of motivation to not lose and whatever, and really show everyone what I'm about. I'm fighting Brandon East, I think his name is, on 17th March. That will be in Brisbane. I don't know too much about this guy. He's having his pro debut. We're having a fighting at a catch weight of 65 kilograms. I normally fight at junior welterweight, 63.5. So it's all right, won't have to cut so much weight on this one. So I'll be strong, I'll be ready to go. Yeah, looking forward to it. I had a few pullouts late last year, early this year. So it'll be the first one for the year. So I can't wait to get in there and get that done. But yeah, I'm not too sure, mate. I've got a fight in Tasmania after this. That will be May 27, I believe. So that'll be the next one lined up. Wouldn't mind hopefully getting a shot at some title there. That'd be, I would love to win a title down in Tasmania in front of all the family and friends there. But that's it for now. That's all we have in the works for now. But just stay hungry, man. Stay busy. Stay ready. Any opportunity that's coming, we'll be ready for it. So I'm 27 in July, so it's not far off. I want to have a good hot red hot crack and see how far I can take it. I want to be a world champion. I'm gonna be a champion regardless whether it's Australian, it's international, it's something like I'm gonna be a champion. But I want to be a world champion, 100%. That's why I've got I want to give myself 5 years to just go, back myself.
I know he's going to be a champion, no doubt about that. But I know that's his dream. Well, his dream originally, before he ever started boxing, was Olympics. But I think at the minute he's gone further than that, and he wants world title.
There's enough, man. People ask me, what are you going to do if boxing doesn't work? Like, that's not even a question for me. Like, this has to work. I've got all my marbles in this. You know what I mean? Like, this is everything. I'm putting everything into this. I'm fully backing myself. Like, it has to work. So now I've got a few sponsors and stuff backing behind that, and they're all businessmen, and I'm learning a lot from them business-wise, and they're always having conversations. The conversations we have are always what are you going to do after boxing? More in like with money, like the money you make from boxing and stuff like that, like putting into retirement and stuff like that. And it's amazing to have those conversations. I mean, like, I'm getting a bit older now, and it's I'm not a fucking kid anymore, so it's good to have those conversations. But I said, world champion. Hopefully retire by the time I'm 35. Have more money than I know what to do with, and then that's it. See what I can do for everyone else. I mean, inspire someone to inspire the next person. That's it.
The wonderful Green Club in Brisbane. What a way to celebrate St. Paddy's Day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out the fighters. The next bout on our card here tonight. 4 by 3-minute rounds, professional boxing action once again. Introducing to you first, he fights out of the blue corner. This is Brandon East. And now making his way to centering to fight out of the red corner. His opponent tonight, this is Beau Woods. All right, ladies and gentlemen, introducing you to the two fighters here. We fight 4 by 3-minute rounds. We do it the catch weight of 65 kilos. Introducing to you first, standing across in the blue corner. Tip the scale, 65 kilos. Wears the black trunks with the gold trim. Travels to us tonight where he is trained out of the Gladstone Boxing Club by Greg East. Tonight, he makes his professional debut. This is Brandon East. And his opponent standing across in the red corner. He also weighed in 65 kilos. He wears the white trunks with the red trim. Travels to us tonight from the Gold Coast, trained by Tapu Opetaia from the Opetaia Boxing Club. His professional fight record to date, a perfect one. 3 fights, 3 wins, yet to taste defeat. 1 big win coming by way of knockout. This is Beau the Good Woods.
Yes, there he is, Beau the Goods Woods. He's representing Team Opetaia tonight. He's in the white trunks there with the red trimmings out of the red corner. His opponent, Brandon East, in the black trunks, blue corner. Now, he's out of Gladstone Boxing Club representing country Queensland there in Gladstone. It is Brandon East on the left of screen taking on Beau Woods in this one, to be fought over 4 3-minute rounds. Drury Forbes alongside one of Queensland's most promising cruiserweights, Ricky E. Silva, and we are underway here between Beau Woods from Team Opetaia and Brandon East from the Gladstone Boxing Club.
Another Southpaw versus Orthodox as well. Let's see if you watch their feet. When we camera pans out, we'll see who's taking the dominant foot position.
Well, there you go. So advantage to Beau Woods already, Ricky. Is that what you're alluding to there?
I wouldn't say it's
we
always...
know how this ends, don't we?
Yeah, so far so good, but you know, I wouldn't say it's always an advantage. There are a lot of Orthodox fighters who really know how to fight Southpaws. It's just you got to figure out. Oh, see, something my coach Steve has always said from NTG. You know, he's always said that lead left hook on an Orthodox against a Southpaw fighter always really does the job. You know.
Of course, Steve Lehanko, one of the best in the business. You're lucky to have in your corner.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the whole team down there at NTG is great. They really are.
So, good strong start there from the Orthodox fighter, Brandon East, in the black trunks, up against the Southpaw Beau Woods in the white trunks. Nice little short left there from Woods. Both fighters exchanging punches early on here. And there is Beau the Goods Woods, just in the center of the ring at the moment, just working Brandon East around. A nice little uppercut there from the right from Woods, but responding is Brandon East with a flurry of punches himself. Nice little combination.
I noticed Woods keeps switching stances, going southpaw when he's out at range, and then he switches to orthodox as soon as he comes in close.
Okay. That's something we're probably more used to seeing in mixed martial arts. Just mixing it up here is Beau the Goods Woods out of Team Opetaia tonight.
See, there is an orthodox and switches to southpaw again. Takes that lead foot on the outside.
Just looking to get underneath there. Brandon East just trying to pick his moments.
There's that straight left. You have to be careful of that.
And a left to the body there from the goods Woods. He's finishing the round strongly here, Woods, in the white trunks. There goes Brandon East with a little 1-2, but it doesn't faze Woods. Back to that southpaw stance for now in Woods. He's got his opponent in the corner at the moment as he moves in. A couple little uppercuts, misses with the right hook. Slip that needed to be made there from Brandon East. Final 10 seconds here in this opening round. It was probably more Brandon East to start off with, but Beau Woods just starting to find his rhythm now.
Yeah, definitely think he might. You know, you never know. At the end of the round, he could have stole the end of the round. It just really depends on how the judges are watching the fight and how they see the fight.
So that's the end of the first as Brandon East sucks them in.
Okay, don't panic. He's all right, he's strong. He knows what he's doing. So let's get rid of the jab, all right?
Yeah.
He's walking in. So I want you to do threes. Left, hook, left. Stay where you are, don't move forward. Just go 1, 2, 3. So your second left hand will be stronger than your first. So your first one becomes a jab. So you go jab, hook, jab. I mean jab, hook, power. 3, 1, 2, 3. It'll slow him right down. All right? Nice tight defense.
Well, if you're here or if you're listening, the ageless wonder Mike Simpson, a cheerio to you.
Always greets you with a smile, he does.
So round number 2. And Ricky, how do you see this fight unfolding?
You know, I think you have to watch 2 rounds to get an understanding of how the fight's going to go, but I think East definitely landed
Well, you're on the big bucks, Ricky. We'll ask you after 1. How do you see this going?
You know, I think if the goods keeps his right hand up, he should do a lot better, you know, but he's been hit with a few big left hooks. Although you may be able to take them at the start, eventually it starts to wear down, and the more you take, the more they hurt.
Brandon East just showcasing a nice little combination earlier.
That's straight left.
So Beau Woods, centre of the ring here. How can Brandon East respond? He's staying active, East. He's moving around. Now Woods comes in for his prey. Looking very comfortable out there, Beau Woods.
Definitely cut the ring off nicely there. He throws with his chin up in the air a little bit too much, I'd say, but he seems to be pulling it off okay. Not catching as many left hooks this round.
Really good centre of gravity for Woods here, looking very comfortable. He's moving around. His footwork, Ricky, looks pretty good at the moment. No pun intended.
So he's taking that lead foot on the outside every time.
Just having his way with East. A little uppercut there has East on the back foot. Just over a minute remaining here in the second.
I definitely think East needs to throw a few more punches this round. He's really giving it away. Last round he came out swinging, and this round he's sort of just moved a lot but hasn't really thrown much back.
Indeed. Indeed. Interesting to see when he makes his move, Brandon East, or if in fact it's Beau Woods just really suffocating him at the moment. He needs to show something, East. He's still moving okay. As you say, Ricky, not a lot of punches thrown. Goes on the counter there, but nothing beyond a 2-punch combo and missed. Woods goes again. Taking a bit of punishment here, East. What do you make of East's defence?
I think he's doing all right. He's a bit of a standing target, keeps moving the exact same way. You know, he gets his hands up but then moves forward, and that's why he keeps getting caught with that rear uppercut. There you go.
Scoring there was Beau Woods. Final 10 seconds as he's in control here, and some body shots now, and East just really doing a lot of defending and not a lot of attacking. Brandon East as Beau Woods brimming with confidence as he heads to his red corner.
Jenny, standing in corner. Countdown Demolition. Instant Stripes. Yes, boxing group.
He's starting to gas out now. Can you see it? Yeah. So go to his body. Try and control your distance.
He's going to get desperate, aren't you?
Yeah. He's blowing out badly now. So go to his body, then the head. But try and punch in threes. All right? Get rid of the jab. Left, hook, left. Straight left hands. Straight left hands all day.
We're back underway here in the third. Woods and East. And over the halfway mark here, Brendan East, he'll need to show something here in this third, you would think. He's still moving well. He hasn't really been rocked by anything, but it's certainly been all Beau Woods up until this point.
East is doing a good job of trying to apply that pressure, but he's sort of more following the goods around, you know. He's not cutting off the ring as opposed to, you know, like, he'll follow him around. He's keeping the pressure on, but the goods is just moving out and taking the openings when he can.
A couple little uppercuts there from Beau the Goods Woods. And if we talk about the velocity of both their punches, Ricky, also seems to be just a lot more force from the fists of Beau Woods than of Brandon East at this point in time.
Yeah, he's got a high work rate and he's putting those shots, and you can really see he's turning his knuckle with the shots. You know, he's got a great coach, and I think that makes a massive difference. You know, you see his work rate there is what's really, I think, going to steal him this fight.
Looks very fit. Beau Woods. Is that another change of stance again? Potentially. Brandon East just doing a lot of defending, and it's taking a little bit of sting out of his punches when he does throw some.
See, I learned a long time ago, you know, when you get those body shots, although they don't hurt, imagine like you got a gas tank, right? And every time you get hit in the body, it's a little hole in that gas tank and the fuel starts leaking out. So the more holes you get, the faster the fuel leaks out. So a lot of like in the longer rounds, like the 10 to 12 round fights, you usually try to go to the body early. That way that the gas tank, as people say before they gas out, is leaking early on.
An insight there into the wisdom down there at NTG Fight and Fitness and the boxing minds. And thank you, Ricky. We certainly know you've had some success to the body in your professional career thus far, a very successful professional career to date. Final 20 seconds in this third round. It's Woods having it his own way, scoring at ease at the moment.
Yeah, he's
nice
really needs to start firing back in the last round, or even these last 10 seconds. He's taken a lot of punishment, but you never know. In fighting sports, you know, one punch can change an entire fight.
So final seconds in the third, and Woods dominating at the moment. And Brandon East, there he is. He heads back to the blue corner. And a little bit of claret now coming from the nose. He's had to do so much defending. Can he show something in this final round, Brandon East? He'll have to.
Big breaths. We are heading to a fourth and final round. Round 4 on the way. Beau Woods.
You can stop him, you know.
Against Brandon East.
You know you can stop him. Huh? Yeah, let's leave it there. So is he. He's twice as fucked. He's twice as fucked of you. But you have to throw your fucking left hand straight to the body. Give yourself a bit of room. You'll stop him in the body. Give yourself a bit of room. Let's leave it in there. Last round, Bowie.
So final round, final 3 minutes. And what can Brandon East show us here tonight as part of Boxing Bazaar 4, thanks to 4 Elements Promotions?
A little bit low.
Resumption, and now East opens up. Woods responds.
Sometimes all you need is a low blow to get going.
Might have fired up East a little bit.
There you go. You know, when I think personally, I think he's down 2 rounds to 1. He really needs to pick this round up, I think, in order to get a win.
Well, it's now or never. You're absolutely right. Less than 2 minutes to go, East, and It's now or never. Let's see what offensive range he has. He needs to throw more punches. It's all Woods at the moment.
Yeah, the Good's got some good footwork though. He keeps spinning him around and turning him and making him move, and I think that's what's making East not be able to set his feet and throw off those big punches. I think East is definitely the bigger puncher, but the work rate of the Good is good.
You think East is the bigger puncher?
I think he's got bigger punches, bigger power, but the Goods has just got that high work rate, which is taking its toll over time. When 4 rounds of being punched constantly, it takes its toll.
Well, time is running out here for Brandon East out of Gladstone Boxing Club. Woods just the Energizer Bunny at the moment.
It's just picking him off.
Brandon East now, the face of East starting to look a little worse for wear. It's, well, some say that at the end of a fight, if it goes to the judges, you can sometimes look at the face of the two boxers to see who won. If they were judging it off that, East would, well, you'd think he'd be behind. Yeah. Woods continues to go to work.
Yeah, Woods is definitely starting to just pick him off now. East is standing there too much.
And now
his body shots are hurting him.
Yeah, he's just trying to get away from Woods really instead of attacking when he needs those points. Final 20 seconds. Only one punch away in boxing, as we know, but East just, all he's doing is defending here in the final seconds.
Yeah, he needs to be like reacting off those shots, you know, take the shot and counter with it, or, but like I said there, he just keeps spinning him. Oh, it was a nice uppercut.
Impressive display from Beau the Goods Woods taking on Brandon East as both fighters go to their respective corners. This will go to the judges. We suspect, though, it'll be a unanimous decision to Beau Woods. Ricky, unless you disagree, of course.
Nah, I don't disagree. I think East may have had the first round, but I think those last 3 definitely went to the Goods. I think he boxed really well, and he had a super high work rate. You can't argue that.
Let's have a look at the highlights from round 4.
Yeah, see, he just moving him, playing with him. Just every time he comes, doesn't let him set his feet. Oh, that body shot definitely hurt him. Yeah, those body shots, you take a few of those and you know about it, that's for sure.
4 Elements Promotions, Boxing Bazaar 4. Once again, well done to our promoters at 4EP, Steve Wahanko, Nugget McNaughton, Paul Dimacoli. We head to the judges for this one. Beau Woods or Brandon East? Will it be Brandon East out of Gladstone Boxing Club or Beau Woods out of Team Opetaia? This one going the distance over 4 3-minute rounds. Plenty more to come after this. We've got the ladies coming up the next fight. That should be an absolute cracker. We've seen them warming up. For now, let's find out who's won this one between Beau Woods and Brandon East.
Who do you think's got this one?
Oh, I'm going to give it to Beau Woods, Ricky. I thought you'd never ask. Thank you. But Beau Woods, I'm going to go unanimous. I'd be surprised to think if even East won a round. We'll agree to disagree. There is...
Oh, there we go.
Well, there is a close-up. There was a little sneak peek for our viewers, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm not sure if you could see that, but yeah.
There is the impressive Stevan Ivic there on the left. He's another up-and-coming boxer. And the godfather himself, Angelo De Carlo. Do you know much about Ivic? You would have come across him at times, wouldn't you? Is he a cruiser or heavy?
Nah, he's a heavyweight. He's a bit heavy.
We'll come back to that, Ricky. We're just going to go back to James O'Shea in the middle.
Scorecards. Judge Roy Saunders scores the bout 40-36. Judge Trent Van Galen scores the contest 39-37. Judge Paul Williams adjudges the contest 39-37. All to your winner by unanimous decision. And it goes to the red corner, Beau the Goods Woo!
So congratulations there to Beau Woods, winner by unanimous decision. And we're going to hear from Beau now. Here he is with James O'Shea.
Your undefeated way. Had to weather a storm early, but took over from there?
It was tough, man. He kept coming. I hit him with my best shots, and he was there right in front of me, and he was giving them back. So I had to change my game plan up a bit. And he could bang. He had a bit of power behind him, so I was like, no, don't get stupid. Don't slug with him. It's an easy way to avoid mistakes. But yeah, I felt well good. I'd like to say a big thank you to all my sponsors for coming out. My partner, my mother, my coaches, launching my media production, and 4 Element Promotions for having me on the show. Thank you so much. I love it. I hope I can come back sometime this year.
As I said, after weathering that early storm, but it said a lot about your fitness. It was relentless, and you just kept on the pressure from go to woe.
Mate, I want to be at the top of the division. I wanted to take on the hard fights. We never want easy fights, and I need to be fit. I need to be ready to go. If any opportunity comes up, I need to be there to take it. And yeah, we're getting there, man. We're getting there.
Said you want to climb the ladder. What's next, or what's in store for Beau Woods?
We've got a couple of fights lined up already for the year, so we're getting right into it, staying active. Hopefully by the end of the year, I'm up there, man. I'm up there with the best in the division. I think we're going to stay at super lightweight. I feel like it's just a bit sluggish, man. Like we did train hard. We've been training so hard, and I was so confident coming to this fight. But yeah, back to 63, and we'll take on who we need to take on.
Landed plenty of punches tonight. How are the knuckles?
Oh, they feel all right so far. They're good. I've been itching to get in the fight, man. We've been unlucky with a couple of opponents in the past start of the year, so I'm just happy to get in here. And I thank you again for Element Promotion for having me. It's amazing. Thank you so much.
Put your hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen. That's Beau Woods. He's your winner. Goes on his winning way.
Congratulations to Beau Woods, victorious over Brandon East. Great to have you with us on live. combatsports.com.au. Drury Forbes alongside Ricky E. Silva.
I'd like to thank TASSIE Media Productions. It's amazing. I'm excited for this journey. I can't wait, mate. It's going to be awesome.